Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And we still have the same Hail team that we had before. Still haven't made any changes to it. After this episode, after the recording of this, I might try a couple different things out. Ooh, look at this. We're really close to getting to Master Ball here. I think the next step is Master Ball. We don't have like 4 stages of Ultra Ball tier, do we? Well, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't know. Because we have like 4 stages of Pokeball and 4 stages of Great Ball. So like Pokeball went like ranks 4, 5, 6, something. I don't know how it does it. We're just searching for an opponent. So yeah, we still have the Hail team that can sometimes not bring Hail. And sometimes does better not bringing Hail. Alright, we found an opposing trainer. I'm gonna stop trying to pronounce those names. You know it's not gonna happen. Okay, we got Dragapult, Rotom Wash, Charizard that kills this team, a Corviknight, a Seismitoad, and Duraludon. Okay, we have to prepare for Charizard. There's no way our opponent's not bringing Charizard, right? So I think we need... I don't know what I need. But that's the difficulty of Hail. Like, I guess we're gonna bring some Hail. We're gonna bring our Abomasnow. We'll hope this cuts it. Our opponent's still looking at our team like, what in the world is this? Is he bringing Hail, or is he not bringing Hail? Okay, our opponent has locked in. No, we got a female trainer. Okay. And we have our cool gym leader theme. And we're up against a Duraludon. I think we're not okay with this. It can fire off a steel attack. It'll be faster than me. But I'm not... I don't... I guess we'll just go for the Aurora Veil. And hopefully we survive. Okay, it's gonna go for Stealth Rocks. That's fine. I think. No, that really hurts my Arcanine. So what Stealth Rocks does, because I think this is one of our first times encountering it here in Ranked Singles, is it puts out these stealthy rocks. So whenever we switch a Pokemon or bring a Pokemon in after one's been knocked out, it is going to take roughly 12% damage just by switching in. It'll take more damage if the Pokemon coming in is weak to the rock type. So Abomasnow, being part ice type, would be weak to rocks, and Abomasnow is going to take 25% damage just switching in. If something has a quadruple weakness to rocks, like say Charizard, that I'm sure my opponent has in the back, now we're paralyzing my Abomasnow again. What is it with everyone in wanting to paralyze my Abomasnow? What, you were expecting me to switch out while you're throwing around Thunder Waves? I don't think so. Dang. You know, if I had some EVs invested into Special Attack, that would have just slaughtered the Duraludon there. Oh, that right there makes me want to try the Choice Scarf Abomasnow. That's not doing much. Yeah, we're gonna be done with you. So yeah, if something like Charizard were to switch in with Stealth Rocks, it would lose 50% of its health right off the top. Well, we didn't set up Stealth Rocks, so that Charizard's going to be fine. Charizard's going to be a problem. We're going to switch to our Arcanine, I guess. I don't know what else we do against Charizard. So as far as the but if you resist rock type, like say Kommo-o would only take half the damage of normal. So it would only take like 66% damage of stealth rocks. And yeah, I kind of figured this Charizard would be Dynamaxing. They want the hail gone. I fully expected this. That was pathetic damage. We have Aurora Veil up. Oh, solar power. Also, thank you for setting the sun so that my morning sun will fully heal my Arcanine. So I guess my strategy here against Charizard is... Well, it wasn't supposed to be... Oh, that was a critical hit? Well, this is bad. This is really bad. I can't even go into... I can't go into Abomasnow. I have to go into Kommo-o, which is not going to be able to kill it. Okay, Kommo-o, we're going to test how bulky you really are with that Assault Vest. We're going to have to Dynamax. I could reset Hail. I'm debating on that. I probably should be resetting Hail. It is her last turn of Dynamax here. If it wasn't for that critical hit, which ignored my Aurora Veil, we'd still be having Arcanine, and we'd just... I would have started snarling this Charizard and just neutering it. And then healing when I needed it with Morning Sun. And we took that max Airstream like a champ. That does not quite do enough damage. And there's solar power. Yeah, because we'd also be getting rid of the solar power. I wouldn't mind getting rid of the solar power. Let's reset our hail. And the next one shouldn't be finishing. Oh, we're withdrawing. Okay. What do you got? Rotom Wash. Am I about to get washed up here? Well, now we have Hail. Wait, what's a Rotom Wash gonna do? I mean, it could go for Burn. That would be kind of annoying. Oh, my Aurora Veil wore off. I guess let's go... Yeah, let's go max Wormwind and see if we can knock this thing out. Thunderbolt, that's not what you want to be doing. And there goes Rotom Wash. Okay, this is all going to depend on... I don't know that we're going to survive another turn. Because our Aurora Veil's worn off. And so is our Dynamax, so our HP is lower. Can we survive an Air Slash? I don't know, we're going to put this to the test. This turn is going to decide this match. Ah, no, we do not survive Air Slash from that range. Not without Aurora Veil. Oh well. And now, yeah, this is not going to go well. This will go how you would expect it to go. Oh, and we lose 25% of our health due to the Stealth Rocks. Oh, that reminds me, Stealth Rocks. I don't typically use Stealth Rocks. Well, you haven't seen me use Stealth Rocks here in Battle Stadium Singles. I just feel that in a 3-on-3 environment, Stealth Rocks aren't quite as good or quite as necessary. You notice there's not a ton of switching that tends to go on. It's not like a 6v6 where, okay, well, we saw in the team preview our opponent had one Pokemon. We need to save a specific Pokemon for that purpose. And then when we do, he switches out, we switch out ours to save ours, and so on and so forth. And you get some of that with 3v3, but that's more like a 6v6 thing, where there's a whole lot more switching going on. 3v3, there's a little bit. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's not useful, I'm just saying I usually don't find it useful enough to spend a turn doing that when I could be spending the turn, you know, killing your Pokemon. Because sometimes Pokemon will end up dying just trying to get Stealth Rock set up. And when you only have 3 Pokemon, trading a Pokemon to get Stealth Rocks is not the best trade you could be making. Here we have Dragapult, Rotom Heat, Excadrill, Mimikyu, Gyarados, basically everything that just kills our team. Oh, wonderful. What do I even want to do here? Our opponent's locked in. We're going to bring Arcanine first, because I'm expecting that Rotom Heat to lead. We'll go Silvally and Jellicent. We're not going to bring Hail this time. Our Hail team has been working better without the Hail. That sounds weird. Sounds weird, but that's what it is. Then again, we might just lose this one anyways. Hey, there's Corsola. Okay, what is this Corsola gonna do? Well, let's throw up a Will-O-Wisp on it. I know that's not the best thing to use on a Corsola. But I don't want... I can't bring something in. I was going to Stealth Rock, of course it is. It's like the Stealth Rock episode. Well, you know what? I'm just going to start snarling this thing. I know that's not a ton of damage, but if this Corsola has... Yeah, you can't do that to Arcanine. If this Corsola were to have something like Shadow Ball, I don't think it's going to be offensive in that manner. Curse Body. Oh, great. Our Snarl's disabled. Strength Sap. That's not... Oh, this is dumb. Okay, we need... Jellicent has Taunt. What is this thing going to do to me after I taunt it? Probably not much. So, okay, we'll go with Jellicent. Nightshade, that's fine. That's fine. We've got leftovers. Let's go for the taunt. We're faster than it. We do have 60 points invested in speed. Guess that's to make sure that we outspeed some walls and things that wouldn't want to be taunted. It's very standard EV spread for Jellicent I got going on here. That's okay. I like Jellicent. And of course, it can't use Will-O-Wisp because it's been taunted. All you can do... Now let me look at your Pokemon. I'm like, do I want to predict something with you? I think we just fire off Scald because nothing really wants to take Scald and end up getting burned. Oh, something's coming into a Scald. It's Mimikyu. That's not good. Scald? It will break his disguise. And we got the 30% burn chance. That's why I like Scald. It does some damage, and it has a 30% chance of burn. Also, you can use it even if your opponent goes for a taunt of their own. I think I'd like to get Silvally up and get a Swords Dance going. But I don't really have a reason to switch right now. So I'm just going to go for another Scald. What's his Mimikyu going to do? Shadow Claw? That was pretty pathetic damage. Oh no, I'm not going for another sap. I'm going for a Strength Sap to refill my health and lower Mimikyu's poor attack even more. Okay, well let's just go for another Scald. I don't have a reason to switch out anymore. This Mimikyu's not doing anything. Swords Dance. Oh, okay. You do that. Yeah, this might actually kill this thing. Do we get it? Oh, no, we're not in range. But another Scald and it's dead. And there's no way it's going to do enough damage to knock out Jellicent right now. Is going for another Sword Dance. I don't know what our opponent is thinking here. I really don't. Because that Scald the Scald and the burn damage would have ended it if the Scald didn't. Okay, well that's cool. I was kind of afraid of that Mimikyu. Corsola, what? You know how this goes. What is your third Pokemon? Again, I don't have a reason to switch out with Jellicent. I'm just going to taunt and stall out this thing. I could switch out now that it's been taunted and then go for like a Swords Dance on Silvally. But I don't know what his third Pokemon is. Could it be something worse to combat Jellicent with than this Corsola is? It can't be right. What do we got? Excadrill. Mold Breaker Excadrill. Well, Excadrill... Oh, gosh. And we got the burn. You didn't bring Dragapult or Rotom Heat? Things that would be really good against my team? Then again, Horndrill, you can't do that to a Ghost type. Horndrill's a normal move. Be gone with you. Okay, so I was afraid of basically everything on this team, and then my Jellicent comes out and is like, nope, nothing is going to die today. Jellicent is just going to destroy everything. Oh my gosh, I love Jellicent. A Giga Drain will be there for things like Seismitoad and Gastrodon that are immune to water and would absorb that. And the battle's canceled. Yeah, he knows. He knows that. He knows what's up with this Jellicent. Oh. Jellicent is so good. I'm surprised that I do not see it more on ranked singles here. Maybe we will after this. I don't know. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. We've got time for another one. I say that, and then we're gonna end up going into, well, you see the video time. But yeah, I'm not gonna end this at 19 minutes with only 2 battles done. We've got Cinderace, Gyarados, Excadrill, Rotom Wash, Tyranitar, and Sylveon. I could bring Abomasnow and we could have Weather Wars with Tyranitar. I think this is a sign where I don't bring Abomasnow. But what do I bring? And then part of me is like, well, do I want to have Weather Wars? Because I could disrupt that Excadrill having... I could disrupt Excadrill having its Sand Boost. But no, I don't want to engage in Weather Wars. So we're gonna go Jellicent. Jellicent looks pretty good against most of this team. Jellicent, Silvally, and Como-O. Is Silvally the play? I don't know. Como-O seems really good here against Tyranitar. It resists both of his stabs and threatens the Drain Punch. I like that trainer card back there with the big Diglett, and it's all like ghostly in that. I am not a very artsy, creative person, so I can appreciate when people do have that sort of talent to make those things come together. I know it's all just selecting stuff in menus as far as building league cards in this game, but I like it. I'm glad Pursuit isn't a thing. Yeah, they took the move Pursuit out of this game. I'm glad for that. Like I said, a lot of the things that have been cut in Gen 8 here, Sword and Shield, that were in previous games, I'm glad they've made a lot of those changes. Okay, well, let's just swap into our Como-O here. Stealth Rock. Again, this is the Stealth Rock video. All three of our games so far, they've put up Stealth Rocks. We threaten Drain Punch. I could also go Iron Head, but I fear that this Tyranitar could be weakness policy'd. And so if I don't want to just activate a weakness policy and not kill the T-Tar, because that's never a good thing. So we're just going to threaten with the Drain Punch. We'll get our health back that we lost to the Sandstorm. Galar Champion. Oh, it's a Sylveon. Okay, so you did bring the Sylveon. And this is why I brought something that resists Fairy. And I also, at this point, I'm like, I don't know if I outspeed this thing. I don't know whether I thought Sylveon was slow. So while I'm doing this is the play I'm making right now. I'm actually like looking up Sylveon's base stats. Turns out Sylveon has a 60 base speed. We have an 85 base speed. And I'm guessing most Sylveons aren't going to be investing in speed EVs. I don't know, this is my first time battling against one. You guys can probably tell because you're like, your Como-O is... Well, you have Iron Head, and you could outspeed it, and you could just smash the thing and be done with it. And yeah, I probably could. But I'll try and catch that with an Iron Head on the next go-around. You know how we switch things up between... Oh, you're switching out right away. Interesting. There's an Excadrill. Okay, so we got Excadrill, Tyranitar... this isn't going to be good. Is this a Sandrush Excadrill? I think it is, because I didn't see the Mold Breaker thing. I'm just going to go for a Parting Shot here. Let's see what happens. Oh, I don't think this is going to be good. So another thing I'm doing is I'm also committing to the fact that or to the idea, I'm committing to the idea, past gameplay me, it's just an idea at this point, the idea that my Como-O can take out that Sylveon if this goes poorly. Which, yeah, if he goes for a ground attack here, he sees that we're poison type. I mean, you can see the color of the Sylveon, it's all purpley, purple poison. Yeah, this isn't good. I mean, my Como-O could probably take a hit, but what would... I wouldn't be able to kill that thing in return. And I don't want that much damage on my Como-O because I need it for the T-Tar. So I guess Jellicent, you're gonna have to be amazing again. I need you to be as amazing as you were in the previous battle. So let's go for a Strength Sap. We're gonna lower this thing's attack while it's Dynamaxed. And we're just gonna have to hope we survive a hit. I mean, Excadrill can't hit us for super effective damage, so that will help-ish. We're max HP, and we're not quite max defense, because we have 60 in speed. We survived! Raise your special I don't care about your special defense. We're gonna go for the Strength Sap. Lower your attack a bit. Oh my gosh. We just went back to full. And we already know this Excadrill can't kill us in one hit, unless it gets a critical hit. And we have a full recovery. I mean, granted, if we use it repeatedly, it's not going to always be a full recovery, but it's a physical attacker, so we're lowering his attack and restoring our health. Seriously, Strength Sap is a busted move. When I first read what Strength Sap did, and I first found out about this move, I'm like, there's no way that exists. You're telling me that has no downside. You lower your opponent's physical attack, and you recover health. And a lot of times, you will recover more than half your health, as you just saw. We're going to lower his attack even more. Oh, this Excadrill's gonna be sad. We've also stalled out our opponent's Dynamax turns. We haven't Dynamaxed ourselves yet, either. Oh, things are looking up here. I mean, stalled out. We did have a casualty with the Silvally poison. Yeah, I was totally expecting to see more Togekiss, which is why I have Silvally Poison, but we haven't really seen a Togekiss since we started using this team. Speaking of other things I don't see much, I see Gyarados a lot in team previews. And this is true of like, all the teams I've used on this channel so far, which has been like 3 teams over 11 episodes. And we burn the Silvally. What's Silvally even going to do to us? Jellicent has huge special defense. And huge HP. I don't know what you're going to do. I guess we'll just go for the Scald again. And just pop the question of what are you going to do to me? It was just switching out because it knew that Excadrill matchup was not going to be good for it. But now that Silvally will definitely die to an Iron Head. And at this point in the fight, I've looked up Silvally's speed, and I'm fairly sure that we're... Like, I don't know Silvally builds. I don't even know what moves this thing has. Well, I do know what it has. Pixelate, and it probably has Hyper Voice. What Pixelate does is it changes any normal type moves into fairy type moves and gives them like a 30% attack boost. Hey, there's a Tyranitar. Wouldn't it be funny if we burned this thing as well? That would be hilarious. Oh, the Sandstorm's gone. Well, that is awesome news. I'm getting tired of looking at that. This must be a... that was extended sand turns, so that must have been a... it must have that sand rock that extends the turns of Sandstorm. That's what I'm guessing. Which is not a bad item. It's not like Tyranitar needs an item to boost its attack power or anything like that. Tyranitar is pretty good. I'm gonna have to use one of those at some point. There's a Thunder Wave. Oh, that's annoying. I didn't want to paralyze Como. Well, we're not faster than Silvally anymore. I'm gonna go for the Iron Head. Our opponent doesn't know we have that yet. I mean, they might suspect it, but might not. Switch in your Sylveon into this, because I need to kill that now. Hello, switch in your Sylveon. This has been another, like, really slow-going match. Oh, Excadrill. I didn't want to see that. Oh, I was actually really glad when I saw them bring out the Excadrill. I'm like, for the first time ever, I want to be fully paralyzed and not reveal my Iron Head. And here we're just gonna go for a Drain Punch because we're gonna need to recover some health after this thing hits us. So that's why I'm going for the Drain Punch instead of just Dynamaxing right away. You're gonna have to Dynamax with this thing because Jellicent is not a Pokemon that you Dynamax with. It's just not. I mean, maybe to use a Max Guard and stall out your opponent's Dynamax, maybe? That seems kind of janky. But we've already stalled out our opponent's Dynamax. Oh, and T-Tar gets punished for switching into this. I was kind of expecting the Excadrill to stay in. But if that's going to be the case, we're going to Dynamax next turn. I'm not going to have a better opportunity. I can't get rid of this paralysis. We're just going to have to... There's the Sylveon. Alright, Como-O, let's see how especially defensive you can be. Quadruple weakness to Fairy. Now, this Como-O has the soundproof ability, and I was totally not thinking of this earlier. And I'm guessing my opponent wasn't either. Maybe they were. Maybe that's why they switched out. I don't know. But Soundproof makes us immune to sound-based moves. Hyper Voice, being a normal type move that Pixelate turns into a fairy move, we're immune to because we're soundproof. So we're not going to get to find out how much damage this would have done. Oh, that's amazing. Como-O, you are awesome. And we got a defense buff, so we're going to take less damage from this Excadrill that's coming in here. If I had known Dynamax Como was just going to wreck everything, I might have done that sooner, but they would have had the Dynamaxed Excadrill that we would have had to contend with. So we did need to stall that out sooner, but if I had known it was going to go like this, I would have done all this stuff a lot sooner. Earthquake. That was sad. Oh, we're fully paralyzed. I'm not super concerned about that. Another Earthquake. Alright, let's see what Max Knuckle does here. We're just gonna punch that Excadrill in the face and knock it out. That is how we solve our problems here. Just punch them in the face. That's a great way to solve your problems. And yeah, that's the face of our opponent after they lose. I can't blame her for that. Now, I'm not going to have any more battles, but what I am going to do, you're going to see me cut here, because what I do is I back out of this, and then I go and I update my rank, just to see if that actually gets us to anything. And yes, it does get us to Master Ball rank. We got to Master Ball with Hail. Oh, that's awesome. And we got there without using Hail. Huh. Well, that's all for now, and I'll see you guys next time. We'll switch up this team.